Rory, back over to you for our next speaker.
Thank you, and pleased again for another shout out for the continuous plankton recorder. I need an air horn for every time I hear CPR. Here we go. So next up is Alosha. Alosha, I love your t-shirt. If you could show everyone your t-shirt, it lets us know that you are a young marine scientist, and indeed you are a young marine biologist member as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
What is it you love about marine biology and marine science?
So I love to do about sharks. It's like the most interesting thing for me. And so not only that, basically everything in the ocean interests me.
That's a good start, isn't it? Liking everything in the ocean, because you're in good company here. We all think everything in the ocean is great. Of course, some of us have really nerded out on different aspects of that, and some of us, like me, have gone a little bit above the ocean to look at birds and stuff. But you know, they still rely on the ocean fundamentally, seabirds. Do you have, apart from sharks, if I say right, sharks are to the side for one moment, do you have a favorite ocean creature, except from the one that you're going to talk about today?
It's a shark.
What shark? What shark species is it?
Let me think. It's a great white.
Great white, classic, sort of the quintessential predator, isn't it? I love that. And you are indeed a global youth shark ambassador, is that right, Alosha?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So, for the shark, I just spread information to people about sharks and why they should be protected, and they are not man-killing monsters, which everyone thinks they are.
They're wonderful creatures, aren't they?
And I'm currently doing research about Sri Lankan river sharks, especially the pond and cherry shark. And I have published a research about bioluminescent sharks in the deep sea. Wow.
Alosha, when I was your age, I'm not sure I had done a 1/1,000,000th of the things you've achieved for the ocean. I probably hadn't even really thought about what the ocean was. So we need young people like you doing great things, publishing research, looking at bioluminescence in deep sea. I mean, remarkable, absolutely remarkable. So it's a pleasure to have you to represent the young people and the young contingent. I'm wishing you all the best as we move into the contest shortly. And I'm going to hand back over to Helen to introduce our final. We keep saying contestant, not contestant. I don't know if the creature is the contestant or the person.
It's a good question, actually. For the big challenge to begin, don't you think, Rory? I think
absolutely, it's time. It is time. Let's get moving. So first up, we.
Okay. Have you ever seen the beaches glow at night? Like they've been enchanted with some sort of spell? If you have, you've seen the sea sparkle, or known as Noctulia scintillans. One of the wonders of the ocean is a little creature called the sea sparkle, or known as the Noctulia scintillans. Noctulia scintillans is a single-celled organism known for its ability to bioluminesce. They can exist in a green or red form. Sea sparkles are dinoflagellates, and dinoflagellates are the foundation of the food chain. Dinoflagellates are usually considered algae and marine plankton. Sea sparkles range from 400 to 1,500 micrometers in length. There are two colors, red and green. The red form is heterotroph. The green form has a photosynthetic symbiont inside called Pedemoneus noctiliae. We don't know if Noctulia scintillans is a plant or an animal. They contain no chlorophyll but have the photosynthetic symbiont inside, which makes it a little more confusing. And they have the characteristics of animals. They feed on smaller phytoplankton, zooplankton, and fish eggs. These guys propel with flagella. One is large while the other is insignificant. These guys don't need to use their flagella because they move with the current and don't really swim. They manage their buoyancy by having their bodies like a gas bag or a balloon, so they float right under the surface of the ocean. So, how is their bioluminescence made? First, luciferase and luciferin combine with oxygen to create an oxidized complex, which then the luciferin produces a photon, which makes light. Not only a bright flash confuses predators, it also attracts larger predators which scare off the original threat. So sea sparkles look like they're out of this world in a dream. They look like magic, but it's all real, and it's all because of sea sparkles. Now you know about sea sparkles. Thank you for being here to listen about sea sparkles. And please help save our oceans to help creatures like sea sparkles and many other animals. Thank you.
Wow. Helen, what to say there?
I can't say anything. Had my microphones off. I'm speechless. Literally speechless.
You are technically and actually and in every way, figuratively, literally speechless, unable to comment. Any immediate thoughts having seen all that? I mean, I don't want you to say which is your preferred, but any thoughts?
Well, I'm glad. So we have the food web. The mid part of the food web, I guess, is our Calanus, and then we hop down to the bottom to the producers, the sea sparkles and the Prochlorococcus as well. So those also very important and still very beautiful creatures, I think. So
absolutely, I mean, truly beautiful. Sea sparkles definitely bringing a bit of magic, and
they are. Have you ever experienced that yourself, Rory?
I have not. I'm very jealously watching some of those videos and feeling very left out. Have you, Helen?
I have, yeah. One of my favorite experiences, actually. I mean, I've been very fortunate to be out at sea at night quite a bit and seeing kind of just the movement of the water in the bows and so on. But I've also done some dives at night when there was, I don't know if it was sea sparkles or another type of bioluminescent plankton, but when you agitate the water, so you can turn yourself into it like a magician, really, and you can just like throw bolts of light by moving, which or just like stir up the water in front of you and it just glows, which is wonderful. And then actually one time I did that and I came back out after the dive, and it was clearly something had landed on my skin and settled, so that if I just touched, drew a finger across my skin, it glowed. Like I was covered in magic glowing paint. It was really, really cool. Welcome back. I hope you had a good break. And just any second now, we are going to reveal the results of this year's Sea Life Showdown, the very exciting part of the Young Marine Biologist Summit of the year. We are all on tenterhooks. The results are in. We have counted your votes. It's extraordinary. It's surprising. I mean, how did you choose, frankly? Just between all those 4 fantastic species, I don't know where I would have voted, but the votes are in, and we can now reveal who came in 4th place. Even
with fish and chips, it didn't bump you off the 3rd place, so you're on the podium. But that means that we only have 2 left. Helen, where do we stand?
We have 2 left, and we have some shocking news. We do not have a single winner. We have joint winners. So in joint 1st place, I'm very happy to announce that Jasmine's tardigrades and the sea sparkle. So first to you, Jasmine, congratulations. Yay. The tardigrades are, yes, they are cute. They're wonderful. They've been around for a very long time. Your immediate thoughts, do tell us, how does it feel to be the joint winner of this year's Sea Life Showdown?
Amazing, especially after Alosha's amazing pitch. I'd never known so much about sea sparkles before, so I was blown away, and I'm so happy that we get to share the podium, because I think both are such great organisms.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think it's a very fitting place for both of these wonderful creatures to be sharing together. I just liked the idea of them sitting next to each other on an actual podium. I wonder how the size work out. We need to work that out, I think, between a tardigrade and a sea sparkle. But yes, and Alosha, I don't think we can. Oh, we can't see your camera isn't working. We've got a lovely picture of you, but congratulations, Alosha.
Yeah.
The sea sparkle is up there as well. Joint winner of this year's Sea Life Showdown. How do you feel? Tell us. How does it feel?
I feel amazing, and I really love sea sparkles and also tardigrades because they are just adorable and they are one of the toughest creatures on the planet. So
love it, Alosha.
me.
And you said it's very appropriate. Everyone will notice that Alosha's screen is frozen and it was black just a minute ago. We couldn't see anything. And Alosha, you said that felt quite appropriate, didn't you, for the sea sparkle?
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Actually, 2 weeks ago, sea sparkles arrived at Colombo, and I saw them.
Oh,
It was
wow.
very amazing.
In Sri Lanka, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that is very cool. Well,
That's really cool.
Alosha was saying it's kind of okay that our camera's out because that is the environment in which sea sparkle shows its magic and lights up. So, and Alosha, you evidently lit up the chat here to get everyone voting for the sea sparkle. So, congratulations there. Great work. Well done to both our winners. Let's have a big virtual round of applause and for all the competitors for making a great case.
You guys did such a great job. Thank you to everybody, and thank you all for voting and for putting in your thoughts on that. And I think two top winners, 2 runners-up. I think we couldn't have asked for more than that. So thank you again to all of our contributors, our winners, to Jasmine and Alosha, to Victoria and to Maz. Thank you so much for joining us and doing a brilliant job in this year's Sea Life Showdown.